Welcome into the Lawyer Rumble podcast. We are joined by Mike Morse. He is the founder of the Mike Morse Law Firm, one of the largest personal injury firms in all of Michigan. His firm has served over 40,000 people and secured over $1.5 billion in settlements. He's the best-selling author of Fireproof and also the creator of Fireproof, the coaching and mastermind platform, where he gets to share the systems that help scale his firm to other operators. He's also joining us for the second time as a speaker for the Lawyer Rumble in Dallas. We're really, really lucky to have him here, and welcome to the show, Mike.
Thanks for having me.
We're so glad you're here. And I'll start off with the Lawyer Rumble last year. That was my first introduction to you, your firm, Fireproof. It was fantastic. Your topic was the 5-step model to take your term from unpredictable to wildly profitable. I loved it. It was such a great presentation, and so many people at that event were just like, that Mike Morris, that he killed it. So you're coming back, which we're so glad. What will you be speaking about this year, and why is that topic important for personal injury attorneys?
It's a good question. What am I talking about? I think I'm talking about some visionary stuff, and we're still working on the final topic. I think I have 3 talks before that, so I got lots of stuff going on, lots of speaking engagements, and it's always fun. But I'm gonna bring my A game no matter what we're talking about.
Oh, I am assured you will. Of those 3 topics, I mean, is there any, like, one tactical insight that keeps bubbling up that you think that attendees could walk away from, whatever you end up speaking about at this session, or anything that comes to mind that you're for sure gonna hit on?
When I come, I want people engaged. I want people not to want to get bored and put and try to go on their phones. That's definitely a mindset that I have, and I want to give them pages of takeaways and notes on how to grow and scale a personal injury law firm like I did here in Michigan. We're actually over 2 billion now. We have almost 300 employees, 70 lawyers, and I just talk about what I know and how I make decisions for this firm. And usually people are taking away several takeaways to take back to their
Mhm.
firms. Everything from marketing to hiring and firing to processes to just mindset stuff about being a proper visionary to delegating properly and how to get your mindset right to delegate away everything that you don't love to do and everything you're not great at, and on and on.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrific. I'm so looking forward to it, and I apologize, 2 billion in settlements. I will get all that copy updated, and we'll make sure that we're saying the right things because you guys just keep growing and growing and being more and more successful. So super excited for that. Just in personal injury worlds, like what are just some trends that you're seeing that other attorneys should be paying attention to? Things that you're seeing in the last, 6, 12 months.
I mean, AI and then AI and then AI. So, I mean, I'm spending a lot of energy making sure that we are going to be cutting edge and using it in every aspect of the practice. Maybe I'll be there sharing some of those things when I'm in Dallas next month. I'm always focused on my intake. I have a 2-hour intake meeting after this. Always making it better. There's nothing more important. We shot lots of social media this week. Maybe I'll bring some of my new social media stuff and show
Yeah.
that. I don't know. I'm brainstorming right now when I'm talking to you. I mean, it's always something. It's just always something. So we're looking at new operating systems. We're looking at just new ways to improve everything we do. We hired 5 lawyers in the last couple of weeks. So getting those
Oh,
people
wow.
onboarded and growing and scaling, it's always something here.
Yeah, sounds like you're all these years in, all the success, you just still love it. Still love the day to day, still love improving, which
Absolutely.
you talked about AI, and I'll segue this into I actually was just this week invited and I got to attend a Fireproof webinar about marketing attribution. Some really, really smart people on there. I learned a lot. I loved hearing other people's perspectives, things that they're doing. Fireproof's just it's really interesting to me. So I'd love to hear more about Fireproof. What
Yeah.
inspired it? What made you want to build it? Because you just walked through you're doing so much stuff just managing your firm, and now you built this Fireproof, like, there must have been a real passion for it, so I'm really curious to learn more about that and the genesis of it.
In 2019, John Nakazo and I wrote Fireproof. It came out during COVID, and it was perfect because COVID was a fire. Earthquakes are a fire, floods are a fire, you know, hurricanes or a fire, right? You're going to have catastrophes in your law firm. And John and I have been through several. We had a fire, but we were up and running 4 hours later. And we realized that we had so much good, solid protocols in place, processes in place. We were prepared. And we wanted to write a book to get everybody else prepared. And so it was just supposed to be a book. And then after the book came out, I got dozens and dozens of calls from high level personal injury lawyers and other lawyers around the country begging me to coach them and set up
Right.
meetings and community and masterminds. And, we did all that. Masterminds are basically a year old. Your firm is in a mastermind.
Mhm.
We have, I think, 70 or 80 law firms in these masterminds. We have waiting lists around the country because we don't have competitors, right? There's not 2 Dallas firms in one mastermind because we share the numbers, we share what's
Mhm.
working, what's not working. If anybody's watching this or listening to this and you're not in a mastermind, as you are sharing, it's just super important because there's usually not a roundtable discussion in your market because you're all competing with each other and you're not going to tell what your CAC is and you're not going to tell what's working and what's not working and you're not going to
Mhm.
tell how many cases you're signing up and how much money you're making, what your profit percentage is, et cetera, right? We go through 100 data points. And if you're sitting with 10 or 12 firms from another country, you're like, oh, they're getting their cases for this much. They're getting their leads for that much. They're using this software. Oh, this lead gen company is better than these others. Oh, why don't we try this or that? Oh, their profit percentage is higher than mine. How'd you get your profit percentage so high? And they tell you, and we all share. And the community that we're building it's like amazing. I mean, I look forward to these meetings to hang out with new friends from around the country. I have
Mhm.
dozens and dozens and dozens of new friends just because of Fireproof. So all we do, it's either masterminds or it's coaching. And the coaching is epic. If you have a big enough firm and you have enough revenue, which is roughly 2-3 million in revenue, and you have enough employees at the firm, 10, 15 employees, and you have a small leadership team in place or larger, we can help you. The coaching isn't really for solo practitioners with 1 or 2 employees. That's just not big enough yet. But if you want to grow and you want to scale and you have people in place, you could start with coaching, add on masterminds. We have lots of people who are doing both. They join coaching, they join masterminds. They want to be all in on Fireproof and they're coming to all the summits and the conferences and the mastermind meetings. And they might be with us 6-8 times a year, but every single time they're learning and growing and scaling and making new relationships. And I can't tell you how many times people are telling me how many referrals they're getting from other
Mhm.
firms in Fireproof across the country, how they're meeting vendors and people who could help their practices grow in AI, in all the things that we do in our practices, right? We're all using different softwares. We're all using different accounting platforms. We're all using different CRMs, which
Mhm.
is so weird to me. But I'd love to know what you're using if you love it or hate it, right? You wanna know what I'm using if I love it or hate it, and we share, and go do some demos and go take care of some things. So, we're doing masterminds, we're doing coaching. The coaching is epic. It's 4 times a year, quarterlies, and we're in your weekly meetings every single week to make sure that your meetings are running perfectly, there's accountability, and what we're finding is when we're in your meetings every week, and I let you take a job and you're like, "I'm gonna go do this before next Tuesday's meeting." And I'm in your meeting and I come back and say, "Okay, did you do it or didn't you do it?" You definitely wanna say you did it,
Mhm.
right?
Accountability.
Because you're
Yep.
accountable to me, you're paying me to come, and for anybody listening, it's not that expensive. Like, we're not this is not my main source of income. All the money that we make, all the profit from Fireproof goes to the charity work here in Detroit, and that makes me happy. So, it's not a we're not charging outrageous rates. It's very affordable, and I believe we're giving away millions of dollars of information every single year, and, people are lining up, so it's wonderful.
Yeah, I really loved my first participation in Fireproof, and I'm actually kind of excited to try to convince Angel and Jim to let me go down to Austin. Can you tell the listeners about the upcoming event? I believe it's end of April right here
Yeah,
in Austin,
Angel's
Texas.
coming, Angel's
Oh,
speaking.
Angel? Well, then
Yeah.
I need to get him to let me come too, so sell
Well,
it to
you drive
me.
them. Offer to drive them. April 22nd to 24th. This is actually our second conference that is not basically made for Fireproof coaching clients. It's
Mm.
made for clients or it's made for people, lawyers who don't know Fireproof, who are kicking the tires, who wanna hear some of my coaches and speakers and me and John talk. And if they're interested, they'll join. We did this in September in Detroit last year, and it sold out. We thought we'd do it again. That's what's happening, April 22nd through 24th. Look it up, fireproofperformance.com. If you can't find it, email me, email you, and, we'll get people signed up.
Absolutely. So let's make Lawyer Rumble April 9th through 10th a sellout in Dallas, Texas, and then let's make Fireproof in Austin another sellout.
Love it. Lots of Texas.
Heck yeah.
Barbecue, I was gonna say. Go ahead. What's next?
Hey, you mentioned food. I got some quick fire stuff just to have some fun.
Go for it.
What is the best restaurant in Detroit and why?
Well, my favorite food in Detroit is Detroit-style pizza, which is very
Okay.
unique, and if you come to Detroit, you gotta try that. We also have Coney Islands that are great. There's a couple, Italian restaurants in downtown Birmingham, Michigan that I love, like Pernod is a great one. Bella Piatti is another one. I was at a place called Medusa last week in the city of Detroit. Layla in the city of Detroit. Phoenicia in Birmingham is great. Lots of great food in Detroit. Lots of great food.
Mhm. You sold me. You sold me.
Come on in.
Uh,
I'll take you to dinner.
I'll take you up on that, especially when you mention Italian. That's one of my favorites. All right, two-parter. This is my world. I love cinema. What's your favorite movie? And then also, what do you think is a movie you love that's also underrated?
That's a great one. Well, Godfather 1,
Masterpiece.
Godfather 2.
Masterpiece again.
I don't know if that's underrated. I don't know if that's underrated.
No.
I mean, I don't, underrated, I don't know. I just saw a movie, the new one that's up for Academy Award with Sean Penn.
Oh, One Battle After Another.
Yeah. So I just saw that and I was on a plane with my buddies. There's 8 of us. 4 of them walked out and hated it. 4 of us really, really liked it. So that's a bizarre one right there. I don't know if that's underrated, but like, did you see that yet?
Yeah, I loved it. Were you in the love or the hate group?
I thought it
Oh,
was
yeah.
so unique. I thought Sean Penn was like you couldn't take your eyes off of him.
Yeah.
I thought it was fabulous. Anyway, I wonder if that's gonna win. I think I like that over Sinners. I didn't see all of them. I started this time of the year, I'm like, I wanna kinda see the Academy Award movies
Mhm.
because 'cause they're usually all pretty good. They're all usually pretty good, but I haven't seen that many of them. But that'll be interesting coming up. Is it this Sunday night?
It's this Sunday.
Alright.
I'm hoping they win. The director of One Battle After Another is just I think he's a genius, and he's made a lot of great movies. He's never won, so I'm hoping this is his year, but we'll see. Sinners is getting a lot of buzz and could definitely be the dark horse.
2 bizarre movies, right? 2
Mhm.
2 kind of very cool, different movies. Vampire movie winning an Academy Award. I mean, could you imagine that?
Vampire movie that just got the most nominations of any movie in film history at the Oscars, like, it's
Crazy.
all yeah, it's wild. Alright, this one's a fun one. Who inspired you most in real life? Someone you know in real life that it's just inspired you and helped you?
Well, I'm a lawyer because of my father, Joel Morse. He was a personal injury lawyer here in Detroit and loved his work and loved his job and made it look really fun. So I decided to go to law school because of him, and I wanted to practice law with him and partner with him. And sadly, he died when I was in law school, so that didn't happen. But he was probably the biggest inspiration of my life, which forced me into this wonderful career.
Alright, who inspired you the most that you've never met? Could be a celebrity, could be someone, from 100 years ago that's not on this earth any longer, someone an artist, a writer, anyone who's inspired you.
Wow. I mean, I'm not a history buff. I recently was in London and I saw the Winston Churchill
Mm,
bunkers when he ran the war, and his story is pretty remarkable. Um, and I remember just seeing some of his quotes and some of his things, and imagining what he was dealing with World War II and in the war and everything like that. That was interesting. The Teddy Roosevelt quote, "Man in the arena." It's one of my favorite quotes. Getting yourself bloodied and putting yourself out there. And I think about that often when I see people attacking others online who do something public. That's
mm,
inspirational to me because I put myself out there and I'm on TV shows and commercials and I'm public and I have opinions and people, some of them disagree with me and not everybody likes me, but at least I'm trying. At least I'm out there. At least I'm trying to help people and do things with my life. And I'm in the arena. So if you haven't heard the speech, Man in the Arena, definitely look that up. That's what I got.
Oh, no, that's a great answer, and I need to look that up. And speaking of man in the arena, you're going to be in a couple arenas coming up. We have the Lawyer Rumble coming up in Dallas, April 9th through 10th. Get registered. It is going to sell out, and it is on a pace to sell out very soon. So get your seat there. Mike's going to be speaking. It's going to be fantastic. And then later in April, down in Austin, Texas, one of the my favorite city in all of Texas, there's going to be the Fireproof conference that you need to get registered as well. And from what Mike said, it's going to sell out too. So both a couple of awesome events. Mike, thank you so much for joining this. It was really great to learn a little bit more about you. I'm really excited to see you at Lawyer Rumble, and thank you so much for being on the podcast today.
My pleasure. Thanks for the invite.